Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my second Kindle TBR follow-up, I think. So all those books I talked about in my last TBR, which I'll have linked, I will let you know how I felt about them, if I read them, and all that fun stuff. I'm doing this now because, one, I have been using my Kindle a lot more. Yay me. I finally remembered that I not only have a Kindle, but also that I pay for Kindle Unlimited. So I have been using it much more than I have in previous years, and also I'm ready to switch out what I have because I have another TBR coming. Yay! So first up we have Sinful Vow by Asia Monique. You know that I love this series. This is a series of companion novels about members of different Black mafia families, and they're kind of located in like PA, New York, and Jersey, which is fun for me when there's Philly references. And I rated this first book 4.75 stars. I have now caught up on the series. Book 6 recently came out, Sinful Enforcer, and I have a series review of the first 5. There will be 10 books total in this series, so I will do another series review when that second half comes out, but highly recommend because I loved it. Then we have Let Me Love You by Alexandria House. I rated this 3 stars. It's the first book in the McLean Brothers series. In this first book, we're following Big South, who is a rapper. He meets a woman when he's buying jewelry from this company, and then we follow their story from there. This one was okay. I have continued with the series as well. I just need to read the last novella about their sister, and then I will do a series review for that one too. There are 4 books and 1 novella in this series. Then I have Fans Only by Be Love. I rated this 3.5 stars. This is about 2 friends who start an OnlyFans because they need the money. It was pretty good. There were some things about the characters that I didn't love, but I would definitely recommend. This was my first book by Be Love, and I do also have Mr. Librarian still. I haven't read it yet, but I am going to very soon, and I believe there's more in that series, so I'll probably continue those as well. Then I have Boot Up, which I believe is a Halloween novella, maybe? Maybe it's not a novella, but it definitely takes place at Halloween time, so I'm gonna read that in October. Then I have Before We Fall by Rilzy. This is the second book in the Unexpected Lovers duology. It follows Go Deep. Didn't love Go Deep, but I really like this one. I rated it 4.25 stars. These are the only 2 things that I've read by Rilzy, so if you have other recommendations, let me know. In this, we're following Nevaeh's friend Tasha and Xander's friend Cole. Tasha is having issues in her marriage, and those are hinted at in the first book, and so you kind of expect what's gonna happen, but we see her side of the story even during Go Deep, and I really liked it. Rilzy did something that made me want to fight her, but I'm still willing to read more of her work. And then I got 2 recommendations from TikTok. Those were Brutal Prince and Den of Vipers. I have not read Brutal Prince, and I don't think I'm going to. If I remember correctly, this is about some guy that wants her dead for some reason, and I kind of just don't care. I did attempt to read Den of Vipers, and I DNF'd it at 7%. This is about a gang who kidnaps this girl because in order to settle his debt, her dad basically sold her. Yeah, I just didn't care, and it definitely wasn't for me, and frankly, it shouldn't have been recommended to me in the first place, but whatever, that'll be a conversation for another time. So this one wasn't a KU book, I just had it on my Kindle, I think from a Fill Your Kindle Day, and it's Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace. This was my first time reading Mimi Grace, and it didn't work out for me. I ended up DNFing this, I don't remember when, but I do have a DNF review of it. And I will definitely be reading something else by Mimi Grace in the future. Then we have The Enforcer by Katrina Jackson. This is the second in what I think is called the Beautiful and Dirty series, or at least the first novella is called Beautiful and Dirty. I DNF'd the first full novel, The Hitman, because I didn't like it, but this one is okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm currently reading this right now. So depending on how I like that, I might go ahead and read the next book, which is The Dawn, I think. I might be like halfway through. But in this one, we are following Zoe, who goes to Italy with her cousin to find her sister, right? Yeah, I got it right. So Heather was telling me that she really thinks I'm gonna like it. One, because this couple doesn't want kids, but also because Zoe is very type A and kind of telling everybody else that they need to get the shit together, which is pretty on brand for me, and she was right, and I do really like Zoe, so hopefully I end up liking the story overall. Then we have Ice Planet Barbarians, and I have convinced Robin to read this with me in December, so you will get a review then. Not a full review, like in my wrap-up, but I'm just happy that I got Robin to read it with me. Then we had Feed by Avita Weiss. I rated this 4.5 stars. This was just a novella in the Hunger Duet, so that first novella, and then I believe there is a full-length novel. Avita Weiss had said that they were taking their work off KU, maybe not forever, but That was what they were doing at the time, so I wanted to read it before they did that. But I like this. This is about a succubus who is living in a world where humans and monsters do coexist, but nobody knows that she is a succubus. So she uses an app, I think it's called Monster, and she can use it for someone to sleep with, but also someone to feed on. So she does that one night, and the person who shows up at her door is somebody that she knows and kind of hates. So that's that first novella. Would recommend if you are into monster romance. Another two that were from Fill Your Kindle Day, so not on KU, Love on the Edge and The Good Girl. I know for a fact that one of these is a bodyguard romance because I just wanted to try that out. Can't remember what the other one is. Maybe Second Chance? I'll find out and let you know. Then we have The Wright Brothers by Christina C. Jones. I have completed this series and really enjoyed it. Everything I rated somewhere between a 4.25 and 5 stars. I do have a series review, so I will link that in the cards and in the description. This has 3 novels and 1 novella, and I enjoyed them all. Highly recommend. I'm so excited to keep reading more by CCJ because she has not let me down yet, and I don't think she will. And finally, we have The Risk. This one was left over from my very first Kindle TBR video. This one is about a female serial killer who is dating the FBI agent who was assigned to her case. And I really liked it. I rated the first book 4.5 stars. I am going to continue those. It does give Criminal Minds vibes, but in this one you are rooting for the unsub, and that never happens. So I'm really excited to continue those. And that is my follow-up. I think I've done pretty well. I read most of them, so that feels good, and I'm excited to talk about the new books that I'm going to download when I do my TBR video, so that will probably be next. Let me know if you have read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Give me recommendations for Rilzy Adams. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.